weddings. There's something about weddings, but there's something about funerals, it not being a sacrament, which is where the rubber really hits the road for us. The hope in death is what makes us Christian. That's what separates us from the rest of the world, is that we have an immense hope, that we are freed from death, and by Christ's death he conquered death. And so when we gather for a funeral, that's what we're doing. We're living out that hope. Thank God, not for ourselves, but for those we love, and the ones who will be one with, united with in heaven, since that's what heaven is, union, communion with God, and therefore with each other. This is the surety of hope. Hope is a certain surety, but we never have that surety in this world, since we exist in time and space. We exist as creatures who have to go one day after the other, 1 minute after the other. We have to move around. Our bodies have to get sick. Our bodies start to deteriorate. Our bodies start to die. We get old. All these things that happen, these are the frustrations of living within time and space. And so when someone dies, we Christians have this surety of hope. That there's a certain joy in that this door is just opened up to something much happier. This is a very basic, pious way of putting it. But we Christians who are still in the world still live in the world of very active hope, an ongoing hope. We still need one day to fall upon the next, and we still need to pray for the deceased, while at the same time praying to them. That's the awkwardness of Christianity, is that we pray for someone's soul because we are still in communion with them. We are in communion with them. Our life still has an impact on those who have died, especially in prayer, and their life has an impact on us. That's what communion is we impact each other. So God willing, in heaven, Richard is praying for us. But we don't know that. And we are content in our confusion. We are content in our awkwardness in this world. So we make sure that we pray for him every single day. He's only the second person, now the third person with your family that I know that's buried here. Yeah. And every time I drive by, I pray for George Sawaya. Because I buried him here, and as often as I drive by here, I'm praying for his soul. Now I'll also be praying for Richard. I'll be praying for your family as well. There's something that this ongoing course of space and time that we exist in, God asks us to use that space and time to pray and to build community, to build union, especially with the deceased, because they're the hardest to build community with because we don't see them anymore. Right? They're buried in the ground, but they are true community. They are one with us. Their prayers to God still impact us, and our prayers to God still impact them. One day we will not be in space and time any longer. We won't be awkward any longer. We won't be confused any longer. We won't have to go trudging through what this life becomes sometimes. But until then, we embrace the reality of an immense hope, an immense surety that within Christianity, Christ died for us, rose for us. We're welcome into that same community. We have that immense hope, while at the same time we live in the awkwardness of needing to pray every day. This is Roman All Souls Day too. It was very appropriate.
That's right.
Of course, not at the Byzantine Church, but Roman is All Souls Day. That we make sure that we are reminded at least every year in the Byzantine Church, 5 times a year, to pray for those souls, to make sure that we realize we are still in community with them. They still impact us, we still impact them, and embrace the earthly confusion working towards the heavenly surety.